The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Blackjack, a Jackalope Folk Warlock.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Jaska, the Coyote Shifter Ranger.
Hi, I'm Kiri. I play Billy, a Possum Fighter.
I'm Brooke Bullock. I play Xionsi, a Spiderkin Cleric.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Twitch Grimfoot, a Ratfolk Necromancer.
I'm Kim Cross, and I play Beatrix, a Tabaxi Rogue.
And Aiden Cross as your Dungeon Master. Join us for Tales from the Ironwoods.
I do have a tail.
You're welcome.
The party has gathered at Ted's hut. Twitch has just had his whole spiel about almost dying, and he is now resting asleep. And now the party has taken up a conversation about the key, in which Jaska has talked about her experience with the other side of the veil, where she saw Gideon and he had explained that he had died.
Well, on the other side, I met Gideon, and where we were at, I think he is no longer on this plane, but it was all so confusing. I didn't want to talk about it at the time. I don't know if it was something about that plane trying to keep me there, if it was actually Gideon, but I've done some thinking in that moment when I was with him and a little bit afterwards, and I think, I don't mean to sound too cheesy, but I think y'all are my pack. I think I found who I'm supposed to be with. So whether that's us staying here or where your home is, I would like to join you if you don't mind.
Actually, Jaska, I have to say that my only close friend has been Xionsi, and I've never gotten close to anyone else. It's part of having 23 other siblings. I've never thought of anyone else as friends. And I look at Xionsi, of course, and you, and even Twitch, and I think you're right, Jaska. We've created a family here, and I don't want you to go anywhere. I like you being part of this, what you call it, a pack.
Yes. That's what us coyote shifters call it anyway, as a pack. It's someone you're not necessarily related to, but you build that bond with over time, and I know we haven't known each other for that long of time, but I feel like we've really grown as a pack. And I hope y'all feel the same way too. And you too, Beatrix. I know you're new to the group, but
But if anyone would fit in, it would be you.
I have to say, you make a great part of our troop here. What about you, Beatrix? Are you going to stay with us if we do end up going into the Feywild?
Oh, absolutely. I have been so blessed to have been accepted by your Pact. And I've certainly had more adventures in this short while that I've been traveling with you than I have in some time. But as long as you'll allow me to keep traveling with you, I'm in. Absolutely.
That only leaves one more person here, Billy. I've got to say, the times when you and I have partnered up, when you've been riding between my horns and shooting your crossbow
And missing almost every shot.
That's more because of the hopping. Like, you gotta balance it. But you'll get better. But it was a really cool team.
Y'all just need to practice that a little more, and I think you'll get
We
down.
should do drills.
Yeah. Well, we should work on that, yes. I'm hoping we have more time to work on that. I'm hoping you're willing to come along with us as well.
Well, I was thinking about trying to find my mom and my family, but I've been thinking really hard, and then I realized my mom can't, they did not miss nice no lady who awakened them. They're just wild possums, and they probably wouldn't like me. But you know who does like me? And Billy runs outside and he takes his water bottle and dumps it on the ground.
Oh, no.
And he comes back inside. Mudmen like me. And then I was thinking more, and I would like to meet the other Mudmans. Where do they come from? Is there a Mud Kingdom? Could I have fancy castle like Lytton?
Well, there's actually certain other planes out there, elemental planes. Well, Mudman is just an elemental. And so there are planes of existence where he might have come from.
Well, and you know what? I don't think the sword in the stone existed here. I think it's some of this fancy kooky Feywild stuff. So maybe they're there and I could live in a fancy mud castle.
So there we go.
And you could be my advisor.
I would be very proud.
Look at this hodgepodge group. It's like, well, really all represented by your coat, Blackjack. I mean, multicolored, multifaceted, and it's just, we're all a patchwork.
We are just a patchwork of different forms, and we make a fantastic team. I think we're decided then. I think we take a long rest here.
What about Mr. Twitch?
We can ask him in the morning, let him rest.
I mean, we gotta let him rest, but I don't want to leave him behind. We gotta convince him to come with us.
Did you see that look on his face, though?
He's not
I think
going to
something
leave.
changed.
As much as I would miss Twitch, we can't force him to.
We can't, but I think that...
But baby, we just make it look really appealing. Tell him there's lots of zombies to be made.
I think we've got Twitch for a while now, so let him rest. He knows he's got family. He knows he's got friends here, so we've hopefully convinced him to stick around with us for a while. But right now, again, we rest, and we'll go to this Feywild house
Yeah.
whenever we wake.
Pumpkin, what about you? The cat's asleep again.
Taking a little cat nap. I think we should all do the same.
Before you all get fully long rested, you hear what very loudly sounds like someone going through something outside and almost sounds like it's coming from the boat.
Do we ignore that till the morning?
I think Ted's,
I'm
Ted's
playing.
looting the boat.
Could it be burglars?
I'd say Ted's in the building with you.
Jaska will.
No, son Vin Weasel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Can Vin Weasel go work and see what's looking in the boat?
Mudman, go with him.
Yes, so going to send Vin Weasel and Mudman to go investigate, and I will warg through their eyes.
So you're looking through their eyes, and what you see, maybe a perception check. And have Mudman make a perception check too, Billy.
Did any of this wake up Twitch?
I'd say so, yeah. You've waken up, and Pumpkin's sort of woken up as well.
16.
16?
9.
9. Still kind of hard to make out as night has fallen, but you see what kind of looks like the faint outline of a purple duster. And this man just scrounging through the wreckage, just trying to figure out what's going on. What is this?
So I explained that there's a person out there with
Yeah.
a purple duster.
And I'll say is like you look closely at him, you kind of finally make out the features. You're like, Charlie Lloyd?
Who?
I will say at this point, all of a sudden the rain starts falling and you hear,
Oh, it's Charlie. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to say, Charlie Lloyd.
Who?
It's me, Blackjack.
See him kind of look at you, like, kind of squint. Oh!
What are you doing out in the rain?
I was trying to investigate this wreckage. I heard something nearby, and it's kind of hard to explain.
Right. Well, I can tell you for certain we had nothing to do with that at all.
Jaska
Okay.
comes in from behind Blackjack. Charlie, how you doing? Come inside. Get out of the rain, dear.
He'll start walking. You see he's like drenched in this sort of rain, and he sort of walks in, sort of pats himself down. He says, all right, I know this doesn't look good. We did not end on that great of terms.
Billy takes out his sword. How you escape? We hand you off to the nose.
I'm still technically with them at the moment.
I'm sorry, what?
You're working with them now?
Well, after you caught me, I went with the Knolls. They made me a little deal where they promised not to really imprison me as long as I helped figure out what was wrong in the forest. I will still have to serve some amount of time when I get back, but as of now, I'm just trying to help figure out what's going on here. I heard a loud boom, headed over. The Knolls will probably be on their way soon, but that is what happened.
I can't tell if this is a friend of yours or not.
You have met Mr. Charlie. Remember in the place?
Oh, this.
But that one was a fake Charlie, I think. This one is the real one.
You mentioned a loud boom. Did the Knolls say it sounded similar to the one that they heard?
They said it sounded very similar. Probably a lighter object, they said.
That's how this whole thing started, was with a booming.
Right.
Yeah.
Twitch. Twitch.
Yeah.
Charlie Lloyd's here.
Who?
The Raven.
So, Charlie, we think we might have the answer to what's going on. Well, in the woods, dealing with the feywild.
Well, I'd hope so, kind of.
Right. So, we were going to take a rest, and then we were going to head out to what is apparently some sort of house in the woods that doesn't belong here.
The Knolls are wondering about that too and how that got there. It appears to need a key. Do you have a key?
We have a key. Inside check.
Check.
No! Gosh!
Oh, okay. Actually, it didn't roll bad.
Nothing's rolling well today.
Billy's inside.
14.
Your high
10.
wisdom.
17.
He doesn't appear to be telling the truth.
I tell you, Charlie is bad guy. Blackjack, stop telling him everything.
I'm just a very trusting person.
Charlie,
Nope, he's not telling the truth.
Charlie, tell us the truth.
I am telling you the truth.
I will slap you.
Please don't.
Did we have enough for a short rest?
Yeah, give yourself a short rest.
Charlie,
Yeah.
I suggest you tell us everything. Give me I believe it's wisdom.
Natural one.
You are mine.
Unfortunately, it's only a suggestion for until he fills his thing, and so I tell
us
us
everything.
everything.
What was the phrasing on that?
Tell us everything.
Everything.
So, you all turned me in. I went with the Knolls. Came back here with the Knolls. They said if I were to help them figure out what was going on, they might relieve a bit of my sentence. I just realized this is all I'm telling you. I'm telling you everything I already know, but I will keep on going. I came here hearing the wreckage and tried to investigate. I may have wanted to get away a little bit, but, that's besides the point. And now I'm here.
So you weren't trying to escape. Or you are trying to escape now.
Well, I just kind of wanted to get away for a little bit to investigate. We were going to investigate in the morning, but
Did you say we were going to investigate
Yes.
in the morning?
me and the Knolls.
It was around the time that Charlie was saying something about the house that we all were all like, oh, suspicious. And I haven't heard Charlie confess anything about the house.
Well,
Because he asked about the key.
You gonna
Which, a key to a house isn't suspicious.
you going to ask about the house?
Yeah, I still don't think you've told us everything. So tell us about what you know about this house.
Well, I've figured out something about the house myself. Whenever I came back here, there was a voice that started speaking to me, and a while ago I thought it was whatever Fae was in the house that was talking to me and giving me some type of powers to maybe help out a little bit. But I think I finally realized what it is. It's whatever that monster is within it that is trying to make me help it.
What?
So you've made some kind of pact with this creature inside the house to give you powers.
Not on purpose. It's just
there's-
giving me the powers. He said his name was Xantriox.
There's a monster in the house?
Did we forget to mention that Pumpkin's master's locked in the house and fighting some type of monster in it, and that's why the house is locked?
And it seems that all of that's been happening in the Ironwoods. it has been him and not any sort of that fae.
Oh.
So this creature, whatever it is, just gave you powers?
I'm not too sure, but
Did they ask for anything in return?
no.
It kind of sounds like you, Blackjack.
I know he's under suggestion, but as he says no, can I do an insight?
Insight, yeah.
13.
He doesn't appear to be telling the truth.
So he's still holding something back. If he is, he's suggested that whatever it is you're holding back, Charlie, you have to follow through with it.
I'm not holding anything back. Why don't you believe me?
Because
You're Charlie.
Jaska, please lift me to the level of Charlie's face.
I don't think a slap will help in this
I'm a
situation. Okay, and she'll pick Billy up.
Ow, I promise you, that is all I know. I really don't know anything other than that.
What is it you're not telling us?
So can someone make an Arcana check?
Yeah. Modified 20.
There
Miss-
appears to be some sort of veil over him that makes him kind of seem like he's always lying.
Now that I take a closer look, there seems to be some type of magic around him. Maybe he's not trying to tell us the truth. Maybe he's being forced to seem like he's always lying.
Blackjack, do the thing like with Fig.
I cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, nothing really seems to change much about his appearance.
Now you tell us what you're not telling us. And he raises his hand to slap again.
Do I still notice if that shimmer is there?
It's sort of gone.
Okay.
So what I'm getting is that he is still telling us the entire truth, but he appears, the feeling you get from him
Is that he's always telling a
that he's
lie.
always telling a lie.
Yeah.
So he's not actually lying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Insight checks.
Yes.
19.
There we
16.
He appears to be telling the truth.
Yes.
All right. So, Charlie, go back to the Knolls
Yes.
and tell them that we have it under control.
Do you all need backup of any sorts, or?
Well, we don't quite know what's in that house, Blackjack.
But do you want to bring other people into this?
They could at least stay outside and
Maybe
make
they
sure
can set up
that
a perimeter. You know, like
nothing
the way
comes
guards
out.
usually do when we're inside a place.
If you want people to tell your excellent story of your excellent fight, they must witness it.
All right, then.
For there to be a song.
Charlie, go back to the Knolls and tell them to meet us at the house. We'll be there in about 4 hours.
All right, I will head back, and I'll probably tell you this later, but I wish you luck.
Why, thank you, Charlie. I'm sorry about this misunderstanding between us. You do seem like not a necessarily good person, but we didn't think you were as genuine as you actually are.
Well, let's just say you all made me think.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Well, you go back to the Knolls. We're going to
And
take
he-
a nap.
And as he leaves out in the rain, he says, I don't know why I'm leaving now. And he continues on his way.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/RedDirtDnD. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer.
I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
The morning eventually comes, although not really that sunlit, as the rain still continues and the clouds still cover the area of the Ironwoods, as the rain does not show any signs of letting up anytime soon. You all awake, and Twitch, you feel a lot better. And you also see that Pumpkin is also feeling much better, as you all awake, and you're feeling all pretty powerful, ready to take on the world.
Madman, you must get out of bed!
Just 5 more minutes.
No, we get up now or I kill you!
Okay!
Good!
Fun! When does Mudman get back?
Oh, this is new Mudman. It's raining, so there may be other Mudmens outside.
Oh, we can only hope. I feel much better.
Oh, good.
You
That's
look
good,
much better.
Twitch.
Well, thanks.
Twitch, I have bad news. I don't know how much of this you remember, but in the night we were visited by Charlie. Do you remember this?
Yes, I remember waking up and saying, "Who's out there?" And then you said it was Charlie.
All right, so
I remember.
Good.
are we ready to head over to the house now?
I think so. Were we gonna have that talk with Twitch before we set off?
Twitch, when we get into the house, we might not be here for much longer, and we might be heading to the Feywild, and I'm hoping... I wasn't wanting to have this conversation, Jaska, because I didn't want him to say no.
I'm sorry.
Twitch, will you come with us?
The Feywild. That's
Right.
where you're from? Looks to Ziansi and Blackjack.
Yeah.
What's it like?
It's beautiful and magical. There's magic everywhere. Unlike this world where some people do it and some don't, it feels like magic permeates the entire realm.
It is wild and full of faith, I imagine.
Deception check 5, and zombies everywhere that you can just raise up like daisies.
You can clearly tell he's lying.
He just shakes his head along with your enthusiastic head shake.
Sorry we had this conversation while you were unconscious last night, but
No, I understand.
the rest of us decided that with Blackjack and Ziansi that we would... Well, we don't really have anything here to keep us on this plane.
So you're all going?
We would love for you to come with us.
We need you.
But if you still have anything that's holding you back here, I know you said you had your mother. I don't know if you want to go back to her, but we would not say no if you wanted to come.
Twitch reaches over and picks up the empty teacup when you say you've got your mother. And he remembers the feeling he had last night where no one has treated him like this when he's been ill or down or anything. The only thing his mother did was give him a really bad piece of advice to make his own friends. And he sets the cup down. You're all going? And he looks at all of you.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Together. We're going together. and you're part of us, and you need to come too.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's get up and go. When he picks up the bedding and tosses it towards Jaska.
Hooray! And Billy will just bum rush and give you a big hug.
It's like zero resistance. Just falls back on the ground. Okay, all right, thank you.
Well,
Thank
Ted,
you.
Ted, we thank you very much
Hold on for 1 second. He pulls out these red potions, and he says, "These are potions of superior healing, one for each of you.
Oh, thank you, Ted.
If you all are going to save these ironwoods, I don't see why I don't give you some of my most potent things." Pumpkin also wakes up. Let's get going, and you all are going to the Feywild afterward?
Yes, I must find the mud people of whom I am king.
Well, let's get you back there then.
Ted, I hope you make your way home someday. It's been an honor to get to know you, and we'll never forget you.
Kind of nods his head and says, "I won't forget you either."
All right, my friends, for good or ill, we're taking this thing on. And I, for one, would want no one else by my side than you right now. I said that.
So you all travel for just a little bit.
When we get outside, is it still raining?
Yes. It looks like it might get worse a little bit later on as it looks like the cloud cover is moving, but it's just a light drizzle right now.
Okay, I'm keeping an eye out for mud.
There's mud everywhere.
Okay, I would like to investigate the mud and see if I can convince more mud people than just the one.
It's almost like it bubbles up for like a second and then just pops.
I need more magic. Will add this to my notes, like Mr. Twitch. And he gets his little notebook out and he writes like he sees Twitch write, even though he cannot write. And then he puts his book back. Mudman, keep up.
Okay. So, you guys make your way to the mansion. You see some heavily armored figures that appear to be gnolls waiting there for you. As you approach, it's about 4 of them. They all look to you and say, "I assume you're the party that was supposed to come in here, that Lloyd told us about."
Right, we were tasked with finding out what's going on here in the Ironwoods.
We tasked ourselves.
True. But we have found out that this house is probably the epicenter of whatever's going on. And so now it's time for us to go in there and solve the problem of the Ironwoods once and for all. You are here as backup in case we can't solve the problem of what's going on here in the Ironwoods. Should we die, you'll be up next.
And you can make songs of our exploits and remember that I am Billy, King of Mud Men.
Well, let's just say there is a certain someone who puts a lot of faith in you from the Gnoll tribes.
All right. Well then, here we go, folks.
Can I do a history check about Xantriox?
Yeah, maybe a history check.
Real good.
15.
7.
You have no idea.
I never heard of it before.
What you can assume is that he's probably not from the Feywild. He came from above, from where the Gith came from.
It does sound like the other name, Zertamon,
Oh, you're right.
Yarkun Jin.
Pumpkin, your mistress, you've not actually said her name yet. Could you tell us her name, or at least give us an idea of who she might be?
I don't remember her name, unfortunately. My memory's a little hazy before I really met you guys. But I remember that the fairy said that there was once a Eladrin that lived.
But you are coming with us, right, Pumpkin?
Yes, I will be coming with you.
Okay, so Pumpkin will introduce us as friends, not foes.
All right, let's head into the mansion.
You have the key?
As we approach the mansion, Jaska will reach into her bag and pull out the key and look at it for a second. Look over at Twitch.
Jaska.
How about you do it, Twitch?
Twitch reaches out real slow, puts a claw around it, pulls it back into his body as fast as he can, and scurries off into a pile of dead leaves and pops up in a different pile of dead leaves. This oldie good looking at.
Now, Twitch, I'm trusting you with that. Are you going to let me down?
And he doesn't hear a thing you're saying and walks out of the leaves through the middle of all of you and stops and is looking at it, is tracing his finger down it. This is what he's been looking for this whole time. This is the final ingredient he needs to his ritual to raise an undead army, and all of you have been volunteered for it against your will. You don't know that you're about to become his zombie minions. And he spins around and looks at you like he's about to declare something, and he takes a few steps over to the side and extends it back out to Jaska and says, "No, you worked harder for this than I did. You do it, friend."
If you're sure, and she'll take it back.
I'm sure. And he takes off his cloak and he drops it to the ground. And he walks up to the mansion and says, "Come on, let's get this thing open," leaving his cloak behind him.
And she'll walk up towards the door.
I pick up the cloak and put it in my backpack.
So you walk up to the door with Twitch. There's a keyhole right there.
I look at it, look at the keyhole, insert it into where it looks like it'll go.
Yeah. So you put it in, you twist the key, the door makes a mechanical unlocking sound, and all of a sudden you see the key disintegrate, and the essence still floats there. The door opens, and the essence goes in to the mansion.
Knowing that there is an enemy in here, Jaska will have her bow at the ready and enter in after it.
And I am sending Vin in stealthily about 30 feet ahead to spy for us.
Okay.
I won't be able to warg through him because I've got to be able to move, but at least maybe spying around.
So
Reaches into a pouch and prepares something.
Jaska will stay in the door so it'll stay open while everybody moves past.
So you're sending in your familiar first?
Yes, and he's smelling and listening for sounds. So
Are you looking through his eyes?
No, I'm not,
Okay.
because I can't move also and do that.
Have him make me a perception check real quick.
Now, if he's using smell and hearing, he gets advantage. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
20, not natural.
Can he still speak to you?
Yes, we can still speak telepathically.
He says it's kind of dark in here, but it appears to be empty as far as I can turn. There's doors out of here and some weird, like, it looks like a door with no handles. I don't know how to describe it. No one's around here.
You did a good job, Vin.
As you go in, I'm just getting this old, decrepit feeling, and almost like this feeling like you're being watched comes over you, all of you.
My tail is tingling.
As you walk in, it appears to be this main central chamber where everyone would meet up and maybe even a dancing room. You see 4 separate doors leading out, appear to be normal doors, these wooden, nice doors. And one of them on the northern side, it looks like it's jutting through the building, this cylindrical pillar rising up, pure white, with a door that is built into it with no handle. The essence floats in the middle of the room.
That's beautiful.
And as you also enter, the sounds of the storm outside begin to rage and start getting worse as you have these doors in front of you.
Jaska walks closer to the essence. Does it move away from her or does it stay right there?
It stays right there.
Okay. Jaska will try to inspect the door that has no handle.
Give me an investigation check.
12.
As you're looking at it, once again, it just appears to be this plain white door or some sort of passageway. It doesn't look like it can be opened though. It looks like it slides, but you don't really know.
I look over to Beatrix and I say, Beatrix, I believe with the guidance of my patron, you might be able to find out a little bit more about this. And so I give guidance.
Maybe an investigation check, Beatrix.
I rolled a 20. Total is going to be a 20.
It's going to be a ridiculous number. 28. You just know a lot of things about this door. Perhaps maybe in one of your previous lives with your keys and sneezing and such, perhaps maybe you have seen things known as a spaceship. As you're looking at it, it kind of looks similar to what the Gith had up in the stars, but different architecture, definitely different type of people that made it. Some sort of spacecraft, it looks like.
I believe that this door, portal, not sure what we want to call it, is not necessarily of a local making. It looks an awful lot like something we would have seen on that ship that we just came from.
Any idea how to open it?
No, but I can go poking about on it and see if I can figure it out.
Even as you're looking at it with that investigation, it doesn't look like there's a way you can open it, at least as of now.
Should we expect the other doors in this house? There's like
Three other doors. 4
Four
other doors. So we're checking out all the doors.
Okay, 2 on the eastern wall and 2 on the western wall.
Well, head east.
So you walk up to those doors. What you doing?
We should probably inspect them.
Investigating the doors.
Maybe investigation checks.
20.
Are you wanting to listen in as well?
I mean, I'm up to it.
Maybe a perception
Close to
check,
feeling
too.
for, okay. 22.
Okay, with both of those, you touch against one of the doors, and it almost feels like there's some coldness coming from the other side. Other than that, it's not trapped or locked. And then the other one sounds like there's a bunch of stuff being moved around and shuffled around on the other side.
Somebody's on the other side of this. I can hear movement over there. Somebody's pushing something around.
Well, then that's one that we probably should check out, because maybe there's someone in there that we could find out what's going on.
Okay. Or maybe we should check the ones on the west to see if those sounds friendlier.
Ooh, back around. Okay.
Do you want to check out the west ones too?
Sure.
Maybe, maybe investigation check.
15.
I would say from that one, you kind of listen in. One of the doors sounds like there's cooking, maybe from the other side. Almost like something's being
Sizzling in a pan.
sizzling in a pan, yeah. The other one sounds like someone's breaking a lot of things from the other side.
Wow.
We have hot and cold and rustling around and breaking.
I don't see another option. We gotta check out one of these doors.
So do we want to go for the one with the food, the one that's organizing for feng shui, the one that somebody's having a temper tantrum, or the one that's cold?
I think the one where something is being moved around.
Yeah, I think that's the better bet.
You going through that door?
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically the second one on the east where something was being moved around.
And again, Jaska will have her bow ready.
Yep.
So as you are entering this door, you see what appears to be a strange-looking creature, almost elvish. Appears to be trying out different hobbies, which includes playing the lute, and they shuffle and they try doing a Rubik's Cube, and they try doing other things. They have these green leaves and green clothing as they appear to be just trying out these different hobbies and trying to get things. Oh, I gotta be happy, I gotta be happy, I gotta be happy. And they look to you and say, "Oh, friends!"
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Ironwoods is Aiden Cross as our showrunner and dungeon master, Johnny Payne as Twitch, Kiri Hester as Billy, Connor Shenold as Jaska, Kim Cross as Beatrix, Brooke Bullock as Ziansi, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Monument Studios, Sirenscape, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by SD Way Gaming. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at RedDirtDnd.com. If you enjoy the new campaign of Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/RedDirtDnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the Ironwoods.
And even Twitch, who's so peaceful when he sleeps.
So less twitchy.
As long as you'll allow me to keep traveling with you, I'm in. Absolutely.
Just don't go sneezing on us. We don't want to have to go try and hunt you down.
If you feel a sneeze coming on, make sure you grab all of us.
Your nose is a port key.
Everybody bump the snoot, we're going! Mudmen like me!
He looks at Billy and he goes, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
So many new words!
This one knows a lot more.
He must be a
Where's the
teenager.
last one?
Teenager, like, yeah, whatever. A piece of hair over his eye. He says, "Yeah, whatever."
Mud flap that covered his
My
eyes.
parents bought me this guitar. I hate them. 1, 2, 3.
Mudman, you not wear your teacup hat! I bring it back from Land of Dead! Anyway, Mudman...
I'm not into that anymore, Mom.
I am your king! I can order you!
You don't even know me anymore.
Anyway...
I'm not playing dress up with you anymore,
going
Dad.
to kill you if you do not straighten up! So,
I'm Groot. That dragon fight. How about that?
Oh,
We were phenomenal.
so much.
The last one.
the one where we're
The most recent.
The one where we weren't surprised all of a sudden because the DM decided they weren't going to tell us about it.
5e suddenly has surprise rounds again.
There was a shimmer, and I thought everybody else noticed it. And then no one said anything. I thought, well, maybe it's just my eyes, too. And then all of a sudden, wow!
It's almost like we're new to this area and we don't know what shimmers and what doesn't.
The cat's asleep again.
Taking a little cat nap. I think we should all do the same.
Is Twitch the big spoon or the...
No, Pumpkin's like laying on your lap, purring as it sleeps.
With Beatrix.
With Beatrix also
got one
laying
paw
there.
and purring on the other side.
Mudman, go with him.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever.
I guess.
Fine.
Mudman is just off in his own world, thinking about.
He's got the hair over one eye. He can't see.
He's playing his Game Boy.
Mudman, keep up.
Okay.
Get off the TikTok. Keep up.
You're a parent. Get off that tic-tac thing.
Nobody want to see you dance.
He's over there flossing.
Billy's down an Asian mom.
Find better dreams.
You're going to be doctor.
You're going to college.
Twitch. Twitch.
Yeah.
Charlie Lloyd's here.
Who?
The Raven.
You know, the weird guy from episode 2 was here.
What was the phrasing on that?
Tell us everything.
Everything.
I was born.
There was nothing.
At a very young age.
At a very young age, I was born.
Blackjack, remember with the wish spell? How we were talking about?
You must be more careful with your verbiage.
Okay, skip a bit, brother.
Okay.
So he's not actually lying.
Yeah.
It's like Cassandra.
The Disney thing or some
No.
Greek mythology? We got it.
Cassandra is blessed
Oh,
with
yeah.
true sight, but
Gotcha.
also cursed with no one will ever believe her.
Yeah.
Oh, all I
got you.
had was moisturize me. That's
Thank you.
Really trying
Thank you.
I wasn't wanting to have this conversation, Jaska, because I didn't want him to say no.
I'm sorry.
Twitch, will you come with us?
No.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
Insight check.
No,
Ted, we thank you very much
Hold on for
for...
1 second.
Oh, okay.
You see him.
We're never going to leave the last stop.
I spent a little bit of time with.
Here we go, folks.
Wait, before we go.
Jesus Christ.
I know. This is important, though, and I meant to ask it yesterday, but I forgot.
All right. Let's head into the mansion.
Wait. Billy, do you have anything?
He grabs his book, he looks through. Nope, we are good to go.
Okay.
Carry on, Blackjack. And he walks up to the mansion and says, come on, let's get this thing open. Leaving his cloak behind him.
Do we all have to go in naked, or just?
He is not naked, he has belt.
He's got fur.
It's just the clothes.
We're all
It's just
kind
the
of
outside.
We're all kind of naked.
Not the whole robe.
Billy is Winnie the Poohing it. Like he's got a chain shirt
Talked about
on.
that before, that's true.
Any idea how to open it?
no, but I can go poking about on it and see if I can figure it out.
Does anybody have a key card?
Should we expect the other doors in this house?
Yeah, what if there is key card or password?
Like Andy, that you know what a key card is. No one knows what a key card is.
It was in my Where's Waldo book.